The story of Daniel in the lion's den takes place during the time of the Babylonian captivity. The Babylonians had conquered Jerusalem and taken many Israelites as captives, including a young man named Daniel. Despite being a foreigner in a foreign land, Daniel was known for his wisdom, integrity, and faith in God. He quickly rose to a position of authority in the Babylonian government. It can be found in the book of Daniel, specifically in chapter 6. This story is about faith, courage, and divine protection. As Daniel's reputation grew, it aroused jealousy among his colleagues and fellow administrators. They sought to discredit him and find fault in his actions, but they couldn't find any corruption or negligence in his work. So they hatched a plan to use Daniel's faith against him. Darius became the ruler over Babylon. He loved Daniel and wanted to make him leader over all the kingdom. Some of the king's wise men were jealous. The wise men knew Daniel prayed to God, so they tricked the king into making a new law. Anyone who prayed to God would be thrown into a lion's den. They convinced King Darius to issue a decree stating that for 30 days, no one could pray to any god or man except the king himself. Violators of this decree would be thrown into a den of hungry lions. King Darius, not fully realizing the implications of the decree, signed it into law. Despite the decree, Daniel continued to pray to his God 3 times a day, facing Jerusalem as was his custom. His faith was unwavering, and he didn't let fear of the consequences deter him. The king's wise men saw Daniel praying and told the king that Daniel was breaking the law. The king realized his wise men had tricked him. He tried to find a way to save Daniel, but the king had to follow his own law. The king, who respected and admired Daniel, was deeply distressed by this situation. Despite his fondness for Daniel, King Darius was bound by his own decree and could not change the law. He had no choice but to order Daniel to be thrown into the den of lions. He told Daniel, "May your God, whom you serve continually, rescue you." Then the king returned to his palace and spent the night without eating and without any entertainment being brought to him, and he could not sleep. At the first light of dawn, the king got up and hurried to the lion's den. When he came near the den, he called to Daniel in an anguished voice, "Daniel, servant of the living God, has your God, whom you serve continually, been able to rescue you from the lions?" Daniel answered, "O king, live forever. My God sent his angel, and he shut the mouths of the lions. They have not hurt me, because I was found innocent in his sight. Nor have I ever done any wrong before you, O king." King Darius was overjoyed and ordered that Daniel be lifted out of the den. Not a scratch was found on him because he had trusted in his God. Then the king issued a new decree, proclaiming the greatness of the God of Daniel throughout his kingdom, recognizing the miraculous deliverance of Daniel from the lion's den. The story of Daniel in the lion's den illustrates the power of faith and the protection of God even in the face of adversity. It also serves as a reminder that no matter how dire our circumstances may seem, God has the power to rescue and protect those who trust in Him. In this story, the angel of the Lord was the instrument through which God intervened, shutting the mouths of the lions and sparing Daniel's life from death. This story from the book of Daniel is a powerful testament to the strength of faith and the divine protection of those who remain steadfast in their beliefs. It teaches us that even in the most challenging circumstances, we can find hope and deliverance through our faith in God. And thanks for watching. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button for our latest video updates.